Man, there's more drama on YouTube than in actual wrestling. Matt Jarbo going after Robert Meyer Burnett. My Star Trek man, Robert Meyer Burnett, man. I call him Brunette because it's funny, but it's Burnett. But yeah, Matt Jarbo is a disgusting freak who is a disgusting woke psychopath who wants to destroy other people's lives because he is a psycho. But that's okay. Anyway, nobody knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, and I guess Robert Meyer Burnett got hammered the other day and was talking about Picard season 3. He's been giving away tons of it, which is I wish the show would come out already. Anyway, WWE AEW news. AEW, the ratings are down, way down. And they're not really not way down. Let's just talk about it. We talk about the WWE ratings being down all the time. We talk about the AEW ones being down. So they are down. Wednesday night's episode of Dynamite averaged 876,000 viewers. Key demographic down a little bit as well. A little bit of fatigue there. I think you're finally starting to see some of the fatigue of the fallout from CM Punk being gone. People just getting fatigued on wrestling. There's still pretty good numbers. In fact, funny enough, the numbers are exactly where they were before CM Punk came on board now at this point. Now, certainly sometimes you saw the numbers come down when Punk was here, and we said, he didn't make too much of a difference. But in the end, I think CM Punk, he had an effect. Yeah, whether that's 100,000 people to 200,000 people to 50,000 people. But every time Punk was there or advertised or around, you were going to get some positive increase. And now, even when that sort of finally wore off, now you're seeing, though, I think because of some inconsistent story stuff, and I talked about this yesterday. First of all, we all enjoyed Dynamite the other night. Whether you gave it a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10, most people kind of enjoyed it. But they just have some little inconsistencies that hurt them here or there and whatever else. And I talked about that on my review the other night, and if you missed that, go back and watch it. But yeah, the ratings are down a little bit. But again, it's holiday season, and that I didn't harp on the WWE that much. I barely did. I saw troll people saying, oh, are you gonna crap on AEW now? What do you mean? I didn't even crap on WWE. I didn't even do a review. You know what I mean? In fact, and if anything, I would say that AEW is in more trouble because WWE just put on a flashback episode. They got buried, but they knew that was going to happen, putting on a flashback episode. AEW went out there and put out an honest, real show, and their ratings dipped a little bit. But that, it makes sense, though. The WWE ratings would have dipped as well, even if WWE Raw went out and did a real show where they really cared. They still would have had their ratings probably dip because it's the holiday season. So I'm not that concerned about AEW. The ratings will be back up again next week, I bet. Although maybe not next week because we still have like the New Year's Eve and whatever. But I still think the ratings will be up slightly next week. I think they'll go slightly, increase a little bit, like back up. So if this week was 876 on average, I'll say that next week probably is going to go up to about, 890, 886, something like that. And then potentially the week after they leap up a little more to 890 or maybe even 900. We'll see what happens. But if we start seeing a downward trend, that's when I will jump on that. And I'll start whipping out the charts and the line graphs and everything if that's the case. And we will see what happens next week. But I do want to say thank you guys to all the patrons. Welcome back to the producer tier shell. And if you guys want, leave me a comment down below with a super thanks. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Well, I guess we're going to have to do it, huh? Tails and I have to do it. What's it going to be? All right, let's try it again. Third time's a charm. It's heads! By the way, if you're sitting there going like, what is he doing? What does this mean? What's the coin flip? What's happening here? I have no fucking idea either. Anyway, leave a like, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. What the fuck, dude? Watch my videos. I'm God!